Today was a big day for local high schoolers as they returned to a normal semester system for the first time in a year and a half. Many students have mixed feelings about going back to 4 classes a day, with some having grown accustomed to the quadmester system. Until today, high schoolers had just 2 classes per day, lasting 2.5 hours each. Students then had their own other 2 classes the following week. For local grade 9s and 10s, this is the first time they've gotten to experience the typical high school format. The kids we spoke to felt there were positives and negatives to both, but the principal at Superior Collegiate says it's a day they've all been waiting for.
When we returned to school in September, there was a real eager anticipation about coming back to school after having been home for so long. And there was the same sort of excitement today to take one step closer to being more back to normal with the 4-period day.
Now going back to the semesters is almost harder because I was used to having only 2 classes, and now it's like all compressed into one. Like I had so much time to do everything, and now it's like I have to focus on 4 things at once.
It's definitely a lot better to have some more normalcy because the last couple of years have been crazy for all of us. So going back to what we had, and it's just like a new start to high school pretty much.
For a lot of people my age, the biggest change will be changing back to how the system used to be, because through our first year and almost a half of high school, it's only been 2 classes a week.
Like how we now have that kind of like even distribution of classes. So some classes that like might focus more towards like STEM, and then other classes that are more like creative, so that we kind of have that balance throughout the day.
It's exciting to go back to normal and have some sense of normalcy in my life.